Welcome to the Nanoplasty podcast. My name is MJ. I'm the Nanoplasty founder of Floractive in Australia.
And I'm Sarah, the Nanoplasty hair technician.
And we are the Nanoplasty podcast.
We got it right this time.
I know, finally. And today we've got someone very special to us, which is our dear Marion, the Nanoplasty technician from Floractive, the official one in WA.
Yay.
Welcome to our podcast, my
Thank you
darling.
very much. Thank you for having me.
I am so excited to have you here. So today at this podcast, we're going to talk about the journey of Marion Cappa on how to become a nanoplasty specialist and how that changed her life. Right, Marion?
Yeah, I'm so excited.
She's going to share all the secrets and how she became this special technician for Floractive. So you need to watch this episode from beginning to end, right?
Yeah.
So Marion, I am so excited. And finally we got this right? Because we've been waiting for this podcast for the last few hours. And the energy level was kind of, let's put this energy level up. I am so happy that you are here. Thank you so much.
I'm really happy to be here. Really excited.
For traveling. How many hours?
Nearly 5.
Ooh.
Yeah,
But it's
so
worth
worth
it.
it. So worth it. Yeah.
We are worth it.
Every time I come here, it's like my batteries recharge.
Yeah.
and-
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I
good.
was going to say that. She's like, the energy's really low. I'm like, MJ, it's us three together.
Yeah.
The energies are going to go back
Yes.
up again
They're
automatically.
gonna tell us to tone it down.
That's right.
That's good.
Yeah.
Today, we would love to know a little bit more of you. I know that you appear in our videos and people know who you are, but I would love to understand a little bit more about who is Marion Cappa, you know, as a mom, as an entrepreneur, as a person, as an Italian lady. You know, we would love to know a little bit more about you and how you fell in love with the nanoplasty world.
Okay. Well, you said it. You said most of it. So, obviously, I'm Italian. I've lived in Perth for nearly 29 years.
Wow.
And I've been hairdressing for a little while, but first and foremost, I'm a mum of 3 adults, children now. I think I've always had a passion for hair. Hair has always been my passion. But when I was younger, when I first got married, I sort of concentrated on my family, raising my kids. That was my priority. But the passion for hair never went away. So I started my journey a little bit later compared to a lot of other hairdressers. But it was a good thing because the maturity and the will of, you know, the hunger for learning, and it was there. It was, you know, the fire was still the spark was still there. So I always had a passion for hair, and obviously when I started hairdressing, I was working always, you know, for amazing people, and loved what I did. And then 4 years ago, let's go back a little bit. So while I was working as a hairdresser, living in Perth, raising my children, I love Australia. I love, you know, being here. My husband, my family is here now, but being a migrant, you know, it's always can be a bit of a lonely place. And you know, throughout the years, I've always felt a little bit of a sense of non-belonging, you know, sometimes. And work definitely helps because, you know, you meet different communities, you always meet different people. And I was lucky enough to, you know, always work in nice salons, but I still felt like something was missing, you know, like I think you guys can relate, you know.
Oh,
your
no,
background and,
absolutely.
you know,
We
yeah,
know.
and you miss your family a lot, and, you know, I love my husband, my children, but, you know, my family, my extended family is all far away, and you always feel a little bit like a piece of you is, you know,
It's missing.
yeah. So work definitely helps. But then 4 years ago, I took a leap of faith. So I was working in a salon owned by someone else, and they decided to sell. And it was during COVID, and it was a very difficult time. But I was the only one in the salon sort of in the position of, you know, being able to take over. And sometimes life throws opportunities at you when you least expect it. And I was scared. I was very scared because I'm thinking, I'm not 25 anymore. What am I doing? Starting my own business, now. But my kids were already big and my family was super supportive, and they were saying, you got to do it. You got to do it. This is, life throws opportunities and sometimes you just got to take them. So I took the leap of faith and I bought the salon. So I'm now a business owner in Perth. My salon is a vegan, cruelty-free, pet-friendly salon in Bassendean. Wow. I'm very proud of the vegan and cruelty-free aspect because I'm a massive animal lover. So for me, that's really important. And it was hard at the beginning because, like I said, I bought the salon and the following week they shut us down because of COVID. Wow. Because of lockdown. So that was my beginning. But instead of sort of letting it get to me, I thought, okay, this is my opportunity to take some time to make the salon my own, make some changes, set it up properly, So that's what I did. And without going too long, 4 years later, I'm still there and I love it. And I went from working on my own and now there's 5 of us in the salon.
Amazing.
I've got a beautiful team. And we're very busy and I love it. I still absolutely love it. It's got, it's up and being a business owner has its ups and downs, but I love it.
That's amazing.
But I still sometimes felt like, doubted myself and felt like, this is a lot of work. I'm taking, a lot of time from my family and maybe I started too late. It's sort of after you hairdress for many, many years, sometimes you go through this plateaus, these moments where you're like, the spark is almost gone,
You just get tired.
Because it becomes very admin.
Yeah.
That
you gotta do everything
part, which is talking and doing mixtures and coloring. This is a minimal part of the whole thing that you need to do as an entrepreneur. Yeah. So I think for
when
all of us,
you get a lot of mental load as well. There's a lot of pressure on you as well, so it starts to become a bit draining.
And really, as hairdressers, we love people. We love making people happy. Yeah. Yes. We don't really study business, or no one teaches us how to, but you need to be good at that as well. Otherwise, the whole thing sort of falls apart. And you always sort of you put your clients first and you put your team first and and you sort of slowly take that back seat and you sort of lose a bit of that spark. And this is where I was at when I met you 2 years ago now.
So you were not looking for nanoplasty?
Not at all.
Wow.
No. So we did some smoothing systems in the salon, but I was never a big fan of keratin because it's not vegan. Yeah. And I try not to put anything in the salon that contains animal products. Yeah. We had some vegan smoothing systems, but they were more like, aiding the blow dries and, making it a little bit easier for people to look after the hair, but nothing life-changing. Yeah. Okay. I did some chemical straightenings back in the day or some keratins after hours when people really asked for it, if it was a client that I had for many years and they said, can you please do it for me? So I'd have to, go out, buy the product, do it, just for them. Yeah. And then I was at my stockist one day, doing my order, buying my colors, and one of the girls at the stockist said to me, oh, Marion, I've got something for you, I've got to show you something, She said, I thought of you because this product is vegan friendly and I'm always interested because from a very young age, I've always loved learning. When I first left high school, I went into uni, I went into medicine.
Wow.
So I was studying medicine when I met my husband, decided to get married. I love knowledge, I love studying, I love learning. And I think especially in this industry, if you stop learning, you get left behind.
No, impossible.
There's so many things that always come out, new things, new products, new technology. We've come so far with technology. So I've always loved that. And the girls at my stockists, they knew, and you know, and she said, "Oh, I've got to show you something. I've got something for you. I thought of you because I know your business is a vegan salon, you know." And she said, "Have you heard about nanoplasty?" And I said, "What?" I said, "Nano what?"
Nano what?
That's not unusual. People normally say,
hear it
"Nani
all the
what?
time.
Nano
Nano
what? And she said, "Oh, it's amazing. So it's a Brazilian product and it's a straightening and it's vegan. And I've seen the technician, you know, the owner of the company, do it in front of my eyes and it's incredible." She said to me, "You need to." And I said, okay. I was a little bit skeptical because my hair is not like you see it today naturally. I'm Italian, so my hair is massive and buffy and frizzy and like a lion mane. So nothing ever worked on my hair. Hair wash days were like a nightmare for me because I had to get a proper round brush blow dry that took forever, and then I had to iron, and so I was always a bit skeptical of this, you know, smoothings and straightenings because, you know. But she said, look, she sort of gave me a little bit of the rundown of what you did in the first workshop that you had there. We're allowed to say the name?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay, so the first workshop that you had at International Salon Supplies in Perth, and she said, I've watched it. She did it in front of me, and she's a hairdresser. So she said, you need to come and see for yourself. You need to. This stuff is great. It's amazing. And she really sparked my curiosity, you know. So I booked myself in for the next workshop. I think I actually bought something on the spot because she was so enthusiastic about it, you know, but didn't know how to use it or anything, because as hairdressers that we've been straightening hair for a long time, we're like, we know what we're doing. We've been straightening hair for a long time, we know what we're doing, you know.
What is so hard about straightening a hair?
And she gave me the pamphlet, she gave me, you know, she said this is the step by step, you know. So anyway, so I think I actually bought something on the spot, but then I booked myself for a workshop, and I still came a little bit skeptical, but
I remember you there. I remember
I came to talk to you afterwards as well, because I had tried the product and I had gone, you know, and then okay result, but nothing mind-blowing. And I came to the workshop. You did actually white platinum hair on that workshop that I came. It was like so frizzy. This lady's hair was like a triangle when you started, and we were still doing half a head at the Look and Learns. Remember, long time ago. So we were doing half a head, and then after the workshop, we were doing the other half. You know, just to show people the difference. And I was blown away. I was like, okay, this is too good to be true. I was. Yeah, it was amazing. You were very charismatic, and obviously I loved that. But also the results were like unbelievable. And I thought, I need this in my life. I need this for myself, first of all. I need this done on my hair.
First I save me, then I save the world.
You've got to save yourself to save others.
Absolutely,
100%,
right? And I thought,
100%.
if this works on my hair, I need this in my salon. And I need to know how to do it, and I need to know, you know. So from there, I think I just started following you and started watching you. I came to talk to you that day because I said to you, I've done one, but it wasn't amazing. And the first question you asked was, what iron did you use? And I was still using my Cloud9. So, that was like sort of the start of the journey. But I was very excited. And I think watching you do it, no secrets, no editing videos, just watching you do
Live.
it in front of me, everything, step by step, no hidden, you know. I got really excited. I started thinking of my clientele, and I started thinking how many people I could make happy.
They're going to love it.
How many people were going to love this product, you know? And then the next thing was I watched a live with you.
Yeah.
And you
I
were talking
remember.
about your children, and you were
Yeah.
talking about, obviously Eastern, like
Middle Eastern hair.
Eastern hair
Yeah.
and how
The
thick.
hardest
And
hair types.
and I was thinking, wow, if this works on all hair type, and you were beautiful on the video, and I was like, I want what this lady has, like, because you're the owner of the company, you are the face of Floractive, you know what I mean? But when you see another hairdresser achieving,
Amazing
Yeah.
results. Yeah.
and she was saying, since I've met MJ and since I started, I've been part of the company, my life's changed, my business, I'm
100%.
so busy. I'm booked out for 2
Yeah.
months in advance. I've done 7 nanoplasties on one day
One
and
day.
all this crazy
I
stuff.
hit the records with
I
that.
was like, I want to be her. I want to be
Yeah.
like her. Like Sarah really,
I
like
love you, Marion.
gave me that. No, I love you too.
Like,
But
was
I
a
just-
melting moment here. How
I just, I
good.
could really relate,
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah.
working on your own and you're doing
Yeah.
all this. So I'm thinking, no, I can do this. If she can do it, I can as
Of
well,
course you can.
It's sort of, it gave me sort of that spark, So straight away, you were doing, every live you were doing, I was watching. I was following Floractive so closely. And I bought the kit and I started. But I felt like everything in hairdressing,
Yeah.
the more you do, the better you get. I'm sure your first
100%.
full head of foils, my first full head of foils,
100%.
it's not
Even
going to
my
be
first
like
nano.
now,
Even my
know?
first nano, it was a bit wavy.
Yeah.
It wasn't dead straight.
Yeah.
And then after that, MJ's like, what straightener did you use? And I'm like, not the one that you gave me because I wanted to keep it new. And she's like, no, Sarah, use it. And
We're
yeah.
excited to hear how you jump from an enthusiastic, someone that was very into nanoplasty, to become the official technician in WA.
Oh,
Anyway.
if you told me 2 years ago, in my wildest dreams, like I couldn't have imagined the journey that I
Yeah.
took with the company. And just tying from what I was saying before, the other thing I felt after I met you was like this connection, and I felt like I had found somewhere that I could really belong. And that for me was worth everything. After all the years of feeling a little bit outside,
Something missing.
something missing.
Feels a bit complete now.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
the
it's
more
fun.
I explore, the more I felt like, I want to be here. I want to be
Yeah.
part of it. This is
Yeah.
amazing, So, it was in a live shortly after that you were talking about the Nanoplasty Specialist Program, and I think as hairdressers, with hairdressing, with styling, the more you do, the better you get.
Yeah.
The better you get, the more confident you get. And the more confident you get, the more you feel, you feel powerful, you feel confident, charging, booking, filling your calendar.
Explaining.
Because you know that you can do it, that you can keep the times, that you can, So when you explained you were explaining the Nanoplasty Specialist course, and I thought, this is like invaluable, this is amazing, I was expecting a course like that to be like so inaccessible, like so expensive, and I thought I'd love to do it. I wonder what, and when you actually advertised it, I was like, it was a no-brainer. Like for me, it was like the next step. It was like you were calling me, like, and I remember on that
So
live.
like a personal life for
Yeah.
yeah.
You know when you go
Yeah.
to church and they're talking and
And
you
you
feel
feel
like
like
it's
it's coming
talking to
straight to
you?
you?
Yeah, sort of. I felt like this, this experience,
This is
And-
what's so good about like the online courses.
Yeah, like
MJ
it was.
does it like where you feel like, I've heard this from many, when they're watching sorry, Marion.
No,
when
that's
they-
okay. Yeah.
When they're watching, they tell me we feel like Marion, like MJ is talking to us, and we actually understand and learn, which is massive. That's
Yeah.
where your results
Yeah.
are so wow.
But you know
Yeah.
what? We had Sonia a few weeks here, and then she said to me, online course is hard because, not many people watch. They buy it, they don't watch it. And then I say, you never watched the Nanoplasty
Yeah.
Specialist course, because it's like, you can't be more, didactic the way I was there, and
Yeah.
so specific and so like, because when I created the course in a way that this would benefit me if I was studying.
Yeah.
What would
Yeah.
benefit
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Short lessons,
Yeah.
lessons that are very clear,
That's
PDFs
exactly
within
what
explanations.
drew me to it. Like I was thinking, how can I get from here to here in a short period of time, because ideally, if we all had 5-6 years to train and become specialists in something, you know, it would be amazing.
Yeah.
But you want to introduce a service to your salon and you want to be good at it, because you want to be, it's no different for someone who wants to do bridal parties, but they are not confident in upstyling and updos and, you know, someone comes in with a photo and you look at the photo and you like sort of start panicking because you don't know where to start. And if you're not confident, you don't want to book them. They stress you out, you know. Yeah. But if you've got the knowledge, and I wanted that. I'm not saying I wanted it fast, but I just, you know,
she really
I was
wanted
so
to learn.
hungry, you know,
for the education.
And when I understood what the program was about and everything, it was like a no-brainer. I remember on that live you were saying, the first, I don't know how many people will get this and that. And I just joined straight away. And you even said my name on the live, because I was like one of the first people that, you know, because I just thought this is the greatest investment, you know what I mean? And for what it is, it's like amazing. So that was definitely a turning point, because when I started doing all the lessons and the one-on-ones with you, you know, via Zoom that you do with the students when they begin, you know, I just felt so much more confident. I understood so much more. And every time you came back to Perth that year, I just came. Like, you know, some of my clients were going, but didn't you already do this course? And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, to learn knowledge from her, every time you learn something different, you know. So the training is like the thing that changed completely my life. And then obviously I introduced the service to the salon. I think I did 1 month of like an introductory offer. There was more for me to
get the confidence,
get the practice out. So like I capped the price and I did everybody at the same price for 1 month. And I just got all my clients into, you know, even my regulars, you know, to start getting nanoplasties and to start trialing on all different hair types. And when I started seeing these results, I was like
in love.
Well, my hair, first of all, I got my hair done and I was like, this is life-changing.
How do you feel?
20 minutes shower. Like, you know, you have a shower, you wash your hair, you blast dry it, you know, you put moringa oil on it. Done.
You're done. You're ready for the week.
Like what?
Yeah.
From 2.5 hours to a 25-minute job. It's like, I can wash my hair anytime now.
Yeah.
I used to be strictly a once a week, you know, wash. And sometimes stretched even a little bit longer than once a week, because it was hair wash day and I'd be like, no.
Now Marion's gone swimming.
So my hair is like, you know, oh, maybe I can put in a bun and stretch, or maybe I can put some curls in it and stretch for a couple of days, because I just didn't want to do it. And actually my staff who used to do my blow dry all the time is actually happier than me that I had nanoplasty done, because he doesn't have to do it anymore.
Like, thank God.
Yeah. So I think what I received from nanoplasty, the way it changed gave me my time back, you know, my confidence of having my head down all the time in humidity and all that. I just wanted to give to everyone.
Yes.
I wanted to. So I was encouraging people to get it done and, you know, let me trial on the different type, you know, hair types and, you know, and the more I was doing, the more confident I was getting, you know, the results just
started to get better and better.
And it was like people started talking to each other and you know, my clients started sending families and work colleagues because they were so happy with the results that it was like that spark that I had lost, it was back. It was back, and I was booking nanoplasties, and it was just, I think it took about 6 months maybe for me to really, you know, start filling up my books and getting more confident and quicker, and, you know, I felt like I had found, you know, something, that gave me the spark back. It was amazing.
Wow.
And then
what this experience gave to your salon? I want to know, you just came from COVID, so your salon was like a post-COVID salon. Yeah. You know, competition, lots of salons around. And then you see yourself, okay, I'm starting, you know, fresh after COVID. We don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. People were very concerned. They were not going to salons very often as they used to before COVID. And then when you found nanoplasty, what that gave to you, I want to know, like, what that gave to your salon, realistically.
Okay. So we were always a little busy salon,
Yeah.
okay? But we were a small business, you know, doing a little bit of everything, you know, because I believe as a hairdresser you need to be able to do everything. But I've always had this dream of specializing and doing what I love the most, and, you know, trying to, you know, channel, you know, the salon in a direction that I really, you know, wanted to. And when I started doing nanoplasty, well, first of all, I wasn't filling gaps anymore. I felt like there was no filling gaps anymore. I started getting a waiting list for people to book with me. I started experiencing that felt really good, you know, like it felt really good. Like, obviously you have your loyal clients, you know, they come in every 3 or 4 weeks and they are your bread and butter. They're amazing. But I just felt like nanoplasty just helped me take the next step. Level up, if that makes sense, you know.
Do level up,
Like it was a step further. People started knowing Fabulous Darling Hair. They started talking about Fabulous Darling Hair on social media. They started, you know, something that I'd never dreamed. I don't even like social media at the best of times. I said to MJ many times, I never put my face on anything until I met Floractive, until I met you and I started
now
working
your
with
face is everywhere.
Our faces everywhere.
Yes. Our faces are everywhere.
It's just, it gave me, I don't know, it made me feel like I was giving people something really special. And on a business level, I'm always booked. I've got a waiting list. People are actually looking for me because they know that I'm qualified. They know that I have the certification from the company. And people want qualified specialists. They don't want the people that just bought the product and they think they know what they're doing, or they watch a YouTube video. They want clients want qualified, certified specialists. So my business in the past 12 to 18 months has gone from good, busy, to amazing. We are booked out. I had to employ another full-time person. I've traveled back home to see my family 3 times in 18 years.
18 months.
In 18 months, sorry. For the, you know, it boosted our income as a salon in a way that no other service. At the moment, it's the highest profitable service. In the salon. And you feel so confident charging people because you know that you can guarantee the results.
Yes.
Okay. So you don't feel like you're confident charging people. You know what you're giving to them, you know. You're not doing something that people are going to have to get done every 3 months. You know that you're giving people that freedom for a long time. So people are so happy to make the investment. You know, most of my clients call it an investment.
So from the other side, you know, me that was watching this lady being so excited and with this sparkle in her eyes, and I see this, I saw the potential. I say, there is someone here that are interesting. This person, I think, has a great potential to be the technician for us in the whole
I remember MJ
WA. Because I say, she is the type of woman that once she understands, she's independent.
Yes.
And I knew that scientist of her. You know, I saw this scientist side of her. She was asking me different questions. She was interested in a different way. She was like, I want to understand this for me to be able to make my own decisions. You know, so I saw that from the beginning. She wasn't, you know, doubting is one thing. When you doubt, it's totally normal. But when you challenge trying to say, I don't think this is not good or blah, 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 it's completely different. I didn't see that challenge bad from you. I saw, I'm not sure. I need to see, but why? You know, this is good. And I saw that curiosity, you know. I say, this is going to be an amazing technician. But obviously, I didn't know her enough to propose her anything. So I say, let's go and see how the journey will go along for both of us, you know, to see if we get along, how she's going to be. Because some people get very, very excited at the beginning. They do one mistake and they give up. They literally throw the, you know, the towel, and they say, that's it.
I think your approach was good as well. Like, I think the first sort of next step you took with me was when you were coming back to Perth after a few months. You contacted me directly and you said to me, "Can you find me a model?"
Mm-hmm.
And already I was like, "Oh my god."
MJ contacted me.
MJ messaged me directly. Okay. So I was already, okay. I remember going in my lounge room and saying to my husband, "I just got a message from MJ. My husband goes, "Who?" I'm like, MJ from Floractive. And he goes, "Oh, okay." And I said, "Yeah, she wants me to find the model. She wants me to help at the next workshop." I was like so excited. And that already got me, so I found the model. We did that workshop together. You treated me so like, you actually got me hands-on doing, no pressure. If that nanoplasty didn't turn out well, I was like, she was teaching and I'm straightening hair going, oh my God.
And people think she's just straightening in the background, but you don't know the stress that's on her.
I know. I saw
If
that.
these results have
Because
not
my
brought
eyes
it
needs to be
out.
here and I need to guarantee.
Yeah.
But then I saw she was doing right, so I
and
said,
you're
okay, I can relax
she's
a
good
bit.
now.
But I think because you put me on the spot, you made me do it in front of, all
Everyone.
the, I thought, no, I can do this.
I
Like
can
I have
do
to
this,
prove,
yeah.
Not to
Yeah.
you, just to you, but I wanted to prove to myself that I
myself.
belonged
Yeah.
there, that I
Yeah.
could, And after that, you invited me to come work at the expo for the first
Yes.
time. And that was like, wow, amazing. I've been wanting to go to Sydney
Oh
Hair
my
Festival for
God.
so long. But,
Yeah.
sometimes you've got all the good intentions, but then, the time comes around so quick and it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Perth is so far away. And,
Mm.
so that was like dream come true. It was amazing. That was just...
Because I believe that a good technician is not someone that only knows something technically. I always say that I can teach anybody to do nanoplasty. I can teach my dad.
Yeah, exactly.
I can teach Jai to do nanoplasty. Anybody.
Of course.
They don't need to know exactly what to do. Obviously, they need to be qualified.
Yeah.
But technically, I can teach anybody.
Mm.
But you can't teach morals, loyalty. You can't teach that.
100%.
You can't teach grateful. Someone that are grateful, loyal, no matter what happened. You can't teach that. This is moral, things that comes within you. So technically, I was like, even if she's not ready, I can. But the loyalty, Marion, this is what got me. You were loyal since day one.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to stick with this. And obviously, you must receive proposals from, other brands for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But you were like, I got something here. I received something from this place. I'm going to be loyal to this.
Yeah.
I had so many people that I saw the potential of being a technician and then they fail on the morals. So then I say, I'm sorry. Technically, you can be a princess. Morally, I can't have you in my team because
Thank
the
you.
team needs to be able to back up each other. Have to be able to cover if someone do something bad, like not covering of hiding, but like
Helping.
help
Back
Yeah.
up.
fix.
Yeah,
Have each
absolutely.
other's
Back up.
We have each other's back.
Yeah,
We need to be
absolutely.
able to not be envy of each other. Oh, I'm envy what you do. No, to support you there. Amazing. I love to see you there. I'm there. I love to see you there.
Yeah.
A team needs to have that
Yeah.
to become a team. Otherwise, it becomes unhealthy.
Yeah.
And then it contaminates the whole team. It's like
Absolutely.
a rotten apple.
But
Yeah.
I think because I felt so passionate about the whole thing, like from the beginning, I felt like I had found what I was looking for. Maybe I was looking for something without even realizing,
Yeah.
and I found
Unconsciously.
and I felt like I found it. And then when I started working with you guys, Floractive just felt like a good fit for me. Our ethics are the same, our values are the same, our backgrounds are the same, so I really felt like I belong. I remember crying with my husband one day because I said to him, I feel like I found my people. My husband said,
How cute.
my husband said,
I remember,
are they
I
Italian? And I'm
remember.
like, no, they're Brazilian. But
Lebanese, Brazilian.
I said, but I just... And when you find your people,
Yeah.
you're invincible because you feel
Yes.
like you're never alone.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
like,
You know,
so-
we always say this with the Floractive team. We're not just colleagues. We're like a family.
Yeah.
Everyone in our team is like a family, and we all come from different backgrounds. And we're all so close. Like we're all, we can't tell who's Philippine, who's Chinese, who's
Yeah.
Brazilian,
never
who's
felt
Italian,
like-
who's Lebanese. We're all
yeah.
one.
Everything
just
I've
one.
done with Floractive in 2 years, I never felt, that there was something out of place or that there was. I
No.
always want to give my all,
Yeah.
like as if it was my own.
And when Marion's coming, it's like MJ tells us, Marion's coming. We're like,
I know.
We
We're
know
like,
you're coming.
celebrating. Let's do
Yeah.
this together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exciting all the
yeah,
time.
I mean, look, business-wise, financially, personal growth, it's given me all that, which is amazing. Worth all the hours that you invest, the money that you invest for the course. But on a personal level, it's changed my life.
Wow.
Absolutely changed my
Wow.
life. Yeah.
And I can see still a lot of potential in you for so many things. You know that. I trust you
looking
so
forward.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust you so much. We've got so many plans for the technician, the technical team. This year we want to grow stronger. We want to go closer. Whoever wants to be in, they're going to be 100% in. This will be so
Absolutely.
important. But let me ask you now, as with this new role as a nanoplasty technician in WA, something that in 2 years ago you probably never imagined that would
Never
happen.
in my wildest dreams. Yeah.
Tell me, how do you feel about be part of this team? Because why I'm saying that, someone might be sitting over there, watching the podcast thinking, oh, I love nanoplasty, but I would love to be a technician one day. I would love to know how it's the life of a technician, what I do, what is interesting about my role. I would love people to have this vision through your eyes.
Yeah. So the step for me from being a nanoplasty specialist to becoming a technician was a dream come true. Not for the, glitz and glam. We go to Expo, we have fun, and we go to Sydney, and my
Yeah,
clients,
it's the
you're
fun
traveling
part,
again?
yeah.
Oh, you're off again?
Yeah.
Or sometimes when they come for their appointments and I'm in the salon, they go, oh, wow, you're here today?
Yeah.
You're not off doing something with Floractive, you know what I mean? Apart from all that, which is nice, I'm not going to lie, it's nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
right?
Yeah.
But I think after we worked at the expo for the first time, you must have seen something, and you asked me if I was interested in an educational role and in, putting more in. For me, as soon as I started working Floractive, I knew I wanted to be the future of my career. I just felt like that was, I wanted it to be the future of my career. Education, travel, they've always been my biggest interests and passions. So, and Floractive has given me all that.
All that.
I'm so passionate about education. I think the most exciting thing is to give others what you have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get asked a lot of the times from my students, are you not worried about teaching too many people in Perth, for example?
That's a great question.
A lot of my clients ask me that.
Mm.
You teach people in your area as well? Aren't you worried,
Yeah.
And I'm thinking,
We all hear that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I'm not worried at all, because if I can change one person's life, if I can give them what Floractive has given me to one person, there's enough clients for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is enough clients for everybody, For me, it's not a competition. For me, it's, we work together. In Perth now, in WA, we sort of started a community, I feel like people reach out to me all the time for help, like hairdressers, look
get
up
the
to me and they want to,
messages, they ask you the
And
questions.
I love when I see one of my students online posting a before and after or some work,
So
I never
exciting.
let it go without commenting or
I
telling
know, I
them how
see your
well
comments,
they've
so
done,
cute.
and
So
I just
cute.
because I feel so proud,
Yeah.
because they say to me,
Yeah.
"You've done that," and I'm like, "No, you did that.
Yeah.
You put in the effort. You put in the."
You
but
believed in yourself.
I'm
to get
part
that
of it.
results.
I'm
100%.
privileged to be part of it.
Yeah.
So, becoming a technician, it was sort of the step up, and I think sometimes it's scary, because you think, you're taking on a bigger role, you're taking on more responsibility, and with a bigger role always comes, responsibility and but for me, I see it as the future of my career.
Yeah.
I love my salon, I love my team, and I love my clients. But for me, this is my future. So for me, I mean like 100%. I knew that I was in 100%. Do you know what I mean? What it's done for my personal life and for my career, no salon, no nothing.
No other brand,
you
no
know,
other service.
nothing.
Now I have two
compared.
questions for you. The first one is, as a nanoplasty technician, do you think that somehow, you already responded, but I want something a little bit more specific. Do you think that boosts your career as a owner of Fabulous Hair Darling?
Oh,
Because the thing is,
absolutely.
I feel that sometimes the technicians don't visualize the two things working together.
Yeah.
The more you grow as a technician, the more your salon can grow. Can you see that from the perspective?
Everybody knows Fabulous Darling Hair now. I didn't even used to post on Instagram because, you know, or sometimes, you know, you post your photos of your, you know, but everybody does color. Everybody does. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the exposure that Floractive has given to my business, I'm not just going to say nanoplasty because I don't do nanoplasty. I do Floractive nanoplasty. And the exposure that the company has given, that my role has given to my business, it's unmatched. No other brand that I can use in the salon has ever showed any interest or done anything like that for me. So when I go places now, people go, oh, yeah, I'll follow you, you know. I went to a color course last year, mid-year, I think it was. And there was a couple of people in the class doing this color course. They said, oh, you're there. I was at your class. I was at your workshop, you know. Like it's just, and it's not about, don't get me wrong, it's not about being famous or being known or being, you're running a business and exposure is everything.
Exactly.
Exposure is everything because you can do all the marketing and all the things that you want, but you need a platform for people to see it, for people to want it, you know. So I get people that reach out to me that have their own regular hairdressers and that's completely fine, but they come to me because I am Floractive official technician for WA. So even if I don't have time to do the nanoplasty, I can say to them, I've trained that salon.
Yes.
I know that they do a good job. You go and, you know, that's closer to your house. You don't have to, Perth is huge. WA is massive.
Yes.
So if I've got someone that has to travel an hour and a half to come and see me, I'm more than happy to say, look, I've got someone there in your area. I've trained them, you know.
They're going to get the same result.
And I know that they're going to get a good result because I've, you know. So it's amazing. It's just amazing. Yeah, it's beautiful.
You know, MJ, how you said technicians, because we're both technicians, so I want to answer something. So when we first become a nanoplasty specialist, it feels so good that every single client is so happy with their results and you get so excited. So I've done now thousands of nanoplasties, and every time I wash and dry off the hair and I see their reaction, it's like my first nanoplasty.
I say it all the time.
After thousands, you're so happy with how happy the customer is. But then when you become a technician and you're teaching other hairdressers how to receive and also get that same feeling that we feel, I can't explain the happiness it puts as a technician.
Do you know, it's funny you say that because I get clients that say to me, don't you do this all day, every day? And I'm like, yeah. They go, oh, you get really excited. And I'm like, I get really excited because I know, you know, that it's going to be amazing.
And it's going to change their life.
Yeah.
We know how much when they go home, their life is going to get better. Wow. But imagine when we technicians get to give that
to someone
other
else.
Hairdressers.
Yes.
And then make sure that hairdresser is going to leave so confident. So whenever I finish like a class, I turn around and I look at every student and say, do you feel 100% confident? They're like, yes. And they go, and then they message me again saying, oh, we're so happy. We love doing it now because now they've learned.
Yes.
So having that privilege.
But you know what? Sonia was here, and I'm going to talk about Sonia all the way. I love that woman. She's going to be starting a massive work with us. So it'll be amazing. But I was talking to her about this passion, and then she said, MJ, this passion comes from you.
Yes.
You are like that. So you are
your team
bringing the culture to them. They feel like that because that's how you sell to them, not only the product, but the idea. And I'm like, I don't know how to be different than that. Yeah. I do nanoplasty. How many times I've done nanoplasty? And if I do it one now, I'm going to be telling them how exciting will be after the wash. You know, so this is incredible. But, you know, when we invite someone to come in, we are putting a lot of things on the line. because I'm giving my credibility that took me years to build to someone. I'm saying, I'm putting all my cards on that person and saying they are as good as me because I'm telling you that it's true. So it's a lot. It takes a lot from me to trust someone and give them the card and saying, I'm passing my bucket of a lot of trust and for years and the credibility and all the money invested I'm giving now on your hand, you know, for you to perform because I trust that you're going to do as good as I do.
Yeah.
You know?
And that is something worth everything. Like I've
It's
never,
a massive,
ever taken that for granted, you know, like all the, you know, you could say, okay, we do a 3-year course, you know, in the first year you learn the basics because a lot of brands, that's what they do, you know, so you keep buying the courses and you keep training and you keep training in the Nanoplasty Specialist course, for instance. And that's one thing that has always struck me about this company. The generosity is just, I always said it from day one, the company that keeps on giving. That's what I call Floractive, right? In this course, you've concentrated 5-6 years of laboring in Australia, like, you know, sweat and tears and blood, you know. Here, it's all yours.
Yes.
You know, it's all yours.
That's MJ.
Who does that?
All her
you
blood,
know?
sweat and tears in a bucket and she just gives it.
Who does that?
And that's,
so
that's why her team is like that.
Yeah. And I think that is what, you know
that.
what I mean? Like you can't take the stuff for granted, you know. So when you go and represent the company, you have a huge responsibility. And if you don't believe 100%, if you don't have that passion, you know, people say to me in my trainings, you're very passionate, you know, you deliver with such a, and I'm like,
because we
I
know.
don't even, it feels effortless because I believe in it so much. I know that what I'm saying is true.
You're actually excited to teach them because you know.
Because you know, because you
and
believe.
you know you're being honest.
Yeah.
So you can deliver something and your heart is fulfilled.
It's like you find this treasure and you say to someone,
let's share
go
it.
there
Let's
because it's, you know, there's treasure. You know, you want to, you know.
Yeah.
And this is
That's
exactly
how
I feel also pushing people to come in. There is a treasure here. You just need to discover it properly.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? And another thing about the technicians, one I chose, obviously not all of you guys, but specifically some of you, I felt this person is going to be a very independent person, which means she's going to add more to my brain instead of me adding only to your brain. We're going to have a exchange. You add to my brain, I add to your brain. We grow together.
Yeah.
And this was very, very strong. Like when you started doing your own mixtures, Marion.
Yeah.
MJ, I mixed this with that and it was like, amazing. When Sarah messaged me saying, MJ, I've tried this with that. And I was like, I didn't even try that before.
Do you know why that is? Do you know why that is? I think I was doing a course one day and the educator said, becoming an educator made me a better hairdresser.
Yes. And
I sat there in that, you know, in that room thinking, oh, that makes sense. But I wonder, you know, like it really struck me when he said that because I thought, oh, that's, you know, that sounds, you know, right. But I just didn't have the experience, you know, firsthand. Now that I am an educator, I know that what he was saying is true because becoming an educator made me a better hairdresser.
It does. Yeah.
It does. Yeah, because when you go and deliver something to professionals, you need to know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
If you're talking about blonde hair and you're talking about elasticity and you're talking about damage and you need to know what you're talking about because 100%. You're not just selling to people that have no idea what you're selling. You're selling, you're explaining, you're educating professionals, so people that already know what you're talking about. MJ, so you can't make that stuff up. You need to, you know.
And MJ knows she's got like the best team. Like if MJ brings a product out and she says this repairs burnt hair, what do we do, MJ? We burn our own hair to make sure it works.
Speak for yourself.
Literally, I go, MJ, I'm going to burn this strip out of my hair to make sure it works. And it worked.
When something new comes out, what do?
Test.
You know, already 100%. When it comes out from Floractive, the product has been tested and tested and tested under all conditions and the universal flood and everything, right? Yeah. So we know that we can trust.
Yes.
But then as soon as it hits my shelves on the salon, I get 3, 4, 5, 6 of my clients, and I'm like, I need your hair, your hair, your hair, because I need to get my hands dirty. I need to get my hands in there, and I need to. When I go and teach, I can't go, oh, this is amazing. From the Floractive testing, we've had these results, and people go, oh, have you done it? And you go, no.
No.
Exactly.
You lose credibility straight away.
If you haven't tried, if you don't believe to try yourself,
How would you teach others?
Exactly.
You lose credibility. That's with everything, not just with nanoplasty or
but
products.
First and foremost, within yourself.
Yeah, of course.
Within yourself, because you're going to stand in front of your students and you're going to be so unconfident because you don't know. But when you've tried
I remember
it,
when I wasn't even allowing online bookings for nanoplasty because I needed to see the hair beforehand. I needed to prepare myself. I needed to know if I could do it. I needed to know what I needed to do. And I always advise my students when they first starting, face-to-face consultation is a must, you know?
Yes.
But now that confidence that I know that whatever walks in my door, I can do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Tell me if this is not the richest thing ever.
It is. It's the best feeling
when I
ever.
try
Not
to
be scared.
explain
Not to be
this to
scared.
people, I cannot put in better words than that. When you're confident, you sell.
Yeah.
When you're confident, you sell.
Yeah.
And it's not about being arrogant or being this, and that. The only thing that the person that is sitting on your chair wants from you is assurance that what you're going to do is going to be good for her, that she's going to leave there better than when she came in.
Yeah.
So it's very, very important for that person that is doing the nanoplasty to feel 100% confident.
Yeah.
And I feel that some people don't think that it's possible to get that.
Yeah, it's absolutely possible. And confidence can only come with the proper training,
the knowledge,
with the investment of the time. Okay.
Yes.
The time. That's how I found my new girl. At the moment in the salon, I have a new girl. She's amazing, Tia. And she's one of my students. She did the course with me at the beginning of last year. And the reason why she stood out from that class, because I do sometimes 50 in a class, you know. And the reason why she stood out was because she was so hungry. She didn't just sit there and took notes. She came up, and when I said, does anyone want to have a go? She was like on that little stage, and she grabbed the irons and she wanted, and I saw that hunger, you know. I saw that spark that I had, you know.
You're like, that was me, that was me.
Yeah. And obviously there's some people that have a bit of a predisposition, you know, with the iron, with the strength, with the, you know, that, but like you said, that can be taught, you know. But you can't teach people to have that, you know, that wanting, you know. So definitely can, you know, that's how you differentiate, you know, someone that there's going to be a lot of hairdressers that are going to add the service into the service menu in the salon, and they're going to do great. But then there's going to be the step above, people that are going to take it as, you know, life-changing, career-changing, boost the salon, you know, boost your business, make it work for you the best, you know.
And the best way to get that is knowledge, education.
And you know what? I've been serving now 10,000 salons in Australia.
We've got to 10,000 now.
And I can tell you that the salons that really got into the blood and dedicated, they changed the life.
Yeah.
There is no one salon that dedicated, that, you know, try it and they invested and they decided to be, that they didn't change the reality. I can see now people that are renovating the salon, having staff, people that used to work on their own in the garage. People that used to be in a little room, now they've got a massive team and they've got people working for them and this and that, and the team growing, and they visualizing trips and this and that. You know that I had a lady that called me from a first class in the airplane? She called me. I don't know how, because I never saw someone calling from an airplane.
Oh, wow.
So I was in the middle of the night. She called me and she said, I don't know what time. She was drunk for sure. I don't know what time is it. I'm just calling UMJ to see it. That's my first class trip, and it's all because of nanoplasty. And I said, are you kidding me? I said, I've never been to a first class before. And I said, said, but I don't care. I'm so happy that
We're
you
happy
are
for
there.
them, yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
happy you are there. And I
Yeah.
say, enjoy your champagne and eat everything they serve, all the caviars and
I'm
everything.
pretty sure she was enjoying her champagne. I'm joking.
She was so happy. And I say, my gosh. And I woke up Samuel. Obviously, I'm not going to pass this all by myself. I was like, Samuel. I was like, Samuel, she just called me from first class in a, in an airplane. And she was there. She say, I've been doing anaplasties as I've never done before. And this is life-changing for me.
Isn't that
I was
amazing?
like, wow,
Yeah.
you know, someone that
Yeah.
really, and as you said, Marion, there is only two types of people. The ones that add to the menu bar and they believe that miraculously everyone is going to start coming in and rocking up and saying, I love you.
They're going to
Yeah.
get the best results.
And there
just
will
by
be
adding
the
that.
other one that is going to be that unsatisfied. No, it's still not there. She's
Yeah.
promised amazing.
Yeah.
I know I can do it. What
I wanna
else?
learn more.
What else I can do? What else I should add? What else? And for that type of people, oh my God, I'm ready for you.
Yeah.
I'm ready for you.
We're
I'm
ready.
ready.
Yeah.
We
Ready
are
for
ready
you.
for you. If you are that type of people, hungry, that has this fire in your eyes, I am absolutely ready to change your career. Exactly the same way we did for these two beautiful girls and for all the technicians that are on the team now. And for sure this year we're going to grow even more and we're going to open the doors for more technicians across the country. And you could be one of them, right?
You just got to learn. You got to be
Exactly.
passionate.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
And
we
loyal.
made it.
Yeah,
We made it.
absolutely.
Now, Marion, if you would like to give a message to someone that are watching you, have the little sparkle but haven't done anything yet, what would you say to them?
The curious
What would you
ones.
say? Maybe look into this camera.
No,
When
I
you
think it's
talk,
that one.
this one here.
Oh,
that
that
one?
one?
Okay.
Maybe.
I'm going to say if you're sitting on the fence, I'm going to say jump in, believe, because not just Nanoplasty as a service, but Floractive as a company, it will be the best thing you ever do for your career. I would say start with the Nanoplasty Specialist program. That is step one. You cannot be a specialist without the Nanoplasty Specialist program. It's honestly the most amazing investment you will make for your career. And from there, possibilities are endless.
Oh, amazing.
I love
Amazing.
that. I love that.
And like that, we finalize another podcast.
Thank you so much.
We're so honored
Enjoy.
to have you here.
No, it's an honor for me.
And you're going to see this beautiful lady a lot this year on our social media because she's going to be rocking and rolling in Perth with lots of new plans that we have for that state.
Amazing.
So amazing. If you
Can't wait.
If you like this subject, please like and forward to that hairdresser that are doing nanoplasty a little bit and they're not sure about it. Forward that to her and watch our next podcast.
Yay. Stay tuned, guys. We'll see you then.
See ya.
Bye.